Previously on Face Up to Fred.
Every day in our world, we're confronted with bad people. I want to make 2 points here. Point number 1, bad people need to be identified and dealt with righteously. Number 2, the powerful groups that I've mentioned and many others need to be self-sanitizing for their own integrity, or they must be disempowered. I do not want bad people running the world. Hi, I'm Fred Satilli, and I'm going to propose steps on how to sanitize your government. There seems to be a problem with people not knowing what is right and what is wrong. When I think of doing the right thing, I think of doing the righteous thing. If a politician breaks the law, that politician should be impeached and removed. But what we have are politicians who don't necessarily break the law, but they don't serve your needs. In a case like that, you righteously vote them out. I admonish the adults that I meet and talk to these days because they don't seem to understand this duty. They seem to deny their power. It's often conjectured that the power of government is held by we the people. And though this is factually true, it's become nothing more than a lovely sentiment because people don't utilize that power. The reason is they don't know how. I'm going to tell you how. The first thing is you have to have a goal, and the goal is simple. Remove someone who is not serving your interests. How do you know that a politician consistently fails you? It's very simple. You look at their voting record. I recommend that you start locally because at this point, we don't have the power to do this on a national level. State assembly or state senate is my first reaction, but don't rule out local judges, sheriffs, mayors, or other elected state officials or city officials, such as even school board members. We all agree that politicians are selling us out. So you need to gather the voting record and action of other records of your civil servants. I use the term civil servants with all possible sarcasm, as we clearly see that they seldom intend to serve us. I strongly suggest that you do this in a group so that other like-minded people are there for the camaraderie. Here's the way this is effective. Right now, writing to your representative or visiting them is largely disregarded by them because politics is made to roll over an individual. You need to represent as a group. If you can honestly say, our group campaigned against a representative who betrayed us, and we got that representative out, you will be taken very seriously the next time you're granted the honor of the audience of the next politician. A unified effort by an identifiable group can succeed, so you have to create one. Let me give you an example of a project politician. Recently, I called my state assembly person. I asked the intern who answered the phone what the assembly person's position was on the empowerment of Iran to have nuclear capability, nuclear weapon capability. The intern stated that the assembly person had no position on this subject. That is unacceptable. I'm now suspicious that my state assembly person is not going to do what we need her to do. I'd like to see the rest of her voting record and find out if she's been on our side or not. If I find that she votes to take away our right to defend ourselves, our own person or in our home or our families, if I find that she voted to encourage illegal aliens from all over the world to come and exploit our generosity, if I find that she voted to take options from parents as to how to educate their own children, or voted to raise our taxes, or voted to borrow money that our children will have to repay, etc., 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 she has to go. Now, don't be dissuaded by straw man issues. List 10 things. If there are 9 bad things but 1 good thing, even though the representative is good on the one issue, overall the person is bad and still has to go. I'm seeing this diversionary tactic on a regular basis. This is a huge pitfall for people. This is especially prevalent among special interest groups. A great example is a woman candidate or a woman representative that ends her spiel with, "And I will never vote against a woman's right to choose. Hooray! I'm a woman. She's a woman. She's got my vote. Hell, I can live with a nuclear Iran, but I'll be damned if I'm going to give up my right to choose." Do you see how stupid that is? When candidates do that, they insult your intelligence. Don't let them get away with it. Your group will make a list of the things that are important to you. Now, what do? You start today. Pick an incumbent politician who you see is bad. You identify your group as a group. Something to the effect of, "We are the neighbors for a better Compton." You compile the voting list along with Socratic questions for any reader and print it. You go to the government or to one of many places online and get a list of registered voters in that district. You mail your unbiased information to them. You walk the neighborhood with your list and you talk to them. You'll find the vast majority of your neighbors in agreement with you. Encourage them to join this kind of effort. This kind of thing can actually be fun. I find this walking and talking to be the most effective way to communicate directly and get really sincere, honest feedback, and to get participation, whether as a volunteer or as a financial donor, because these mailers cost money, and everything else that you do, anything media that you do, it's going to cost money. You're going to need members and funding, and the personal contact is by far the very best way to get it, in my opinion. Remember, this is not a political party effort. It's pure sanitation. Don't be drawn into a political discussion. The key is, I don't care who you do vote for, just don't re-elect this person. If you do this and the representative is voted out, you will find that you have the attention of all the remaining politicians at the local level, and if you do this twice or take it to the national level, you'll have the attention of everybody. At last, you will become we the people that you should be, the ones with the true power of self-governance. So, do your civic duty and sanitize your government. Do it righteously and legally because, hey, sanitation, cleanliness, is next to godliness. Simply put, there comes a time when it's appropriate to take out the trash. If you have any questions about this, you certainly know where to find me. I'm Fred Satilli. Thank you very much.